Hey all, Binks here. We have a brand new card that not only helps a kind of long forgotten archetype, but is also just naturally very powerful on its own. And that card is Gwenpool, the 4 energy 6 power card. This is on reveal, pick a random card in your hand 3 times, give +2 power each time. So what's cool about this, if you have a very small hand, it can hit the same card a bunch of times, or it can just kind of spread out and hit all of your cards. If you do get all of the value out of this, it's a 4/12, which is very, very powerful. Now, not all the time you're going to be able to get as much out of it, but with the deck that I have provided for you here today, you can get as much juice as possible. We have loved buff stuff in the past, a hand buff and deck buff deck. I feel like we're finally at our final form and we have evolved into Buffalophagus. So this deck is all about buffing our hand and deck and just getting an insane amount of power output. I don't know why the Mysterio looks like that. But essentially what we have is 4 buff acceptors. We have Sebastian Shaw, which will add +2 to every buff. Brood, which will triple the buff. Mysterio, which will triple the buff because outside of Forge, all the cards that you add onto this will hit all the clones as well as the main one. And then we also have Mr. Sinister, which will double the buff. And then we have pretty much every deck buffing and card that you can imagine. So we have Fastos. If you don't have Fastos, don't worry about it. You could just put in like a big card like a Gilgamesh or a Blue Marvel or a like Black Panther if you want to get really spicy. We have a Koye to buff our deck, America Chavez to buff our deck. We have Absorbing Man to copy any of these. We have Nakia to buff our hand. We have Gwenpool to buff our hand. We just buff, go crazy, get really big cards, and then we can have some really crazy burst turns on the final turn. Overall, I still think this deck archetype is a little bit flawed. I think that the fact that you have to put so much into kind of like this continuous buff package doesn't really give you tech, so maybe not the best deck for climbing, but if you want to play Gwenpool in the way that she was kind of meant to be played and just buff all of your stuff and have some crazy final turns as you'll see in the highlights, this deck is for you. As always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the like button. Check down below, make sure you subscribe. Catch you live at twitch.tv/banks_plays. Enjoy. You piece! Chavez action, see if we get a good buffer. Forge is quite nice. Stacking these buffs. I don't think Sinister and Cloning Vats is good. Let's keep stacking Forge buffs here. Fastos is tempting, but I think this is just better. Another Sinister. Like Gwenpool here. Next turn is probably just Gwenpool again. Probably left. Maybe if we get like a Brood or something, we go Forge Brood. Okay. Several cheap, large Mockingbirds is a little scary. Forge Shaw, I guess. Great plays next turn. Go Forge Shaw here. Another Burb. Lucas.
All systems go.
This big scary Shaw. Should kind of just go for 2 lanes here, I think. Let's try this. All really depend on where they decide to put their power, but we're going to kind of go middle and left. Okay. This is Sean left, we're cooked. Even if this is the bird, I think we win. Plus 19 left. Wow.
Victory.
What a game, dude. Holy GG's. That's pretty good. Oak Summers. Airship deck with even more energy. Okay. Nexus, we have no way of adjusting it. Opponent definitely could. If they're a good Airship deck, they'll probably want to run Legions. So maybe we go middle here.
Snapped.
Let this vibe.
I still believe in
Fury.
heroes.
Okay. Let's go Nakia. Get our Shaw nice and cooking.
Behold my mighty hand.
The hell, man? They're just gonna have like Iron Man? Okay. We gotta believe that this is enough. They shouldn't be able to get too much with our deck. It was a bit of a mistake of them to Loki at that point. It to beat 18, right? Isn't that very hard to do? Trying to think of a combination of cards in our deck. I guess I can do like, I don't know. They don't have a Loki, or they don't have a Quinjet. We've been juicing the Shaw since the beginning of the game. We've been putting in the work, putting in the hours. Okay. Okay. Nice. GG's, Mr. Erisham.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
No M'Baku even. Who doesn't run M'Baku in their decks? Jeez.
Victory.
Do better. Might just get the Forge down for Black Vortex.
Kneel before Galactus.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
I feel like this is good for us.
Victory.
GG's. Don't play Galactus against me even when you don't mean to. You can Nico Fastos? And then draw 2 Fastos cards? It seems good, right? He's a genius! I feel like they just leave if we snap, right? Okay. And a bouncy deck. Maybe they're feeling confident after having all their bounce stuff.
Oh, snap.
I'm confident we can win even if they get all their bounce stuff. They're not playing Jean Grey no more, though. They're freaking liars. Let's go crazy hard, right? It's gonna be crazy hard enough plus 12 because they're gonna get a potentially like 40 power Human Torch, right? Maybe just go for 2 lanes. Okay. 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 Well, they won that lane handedly. I will say they won middle by a lot.
Victory.
I think you probably... I think you maybe should have feathered your threads a little bit. I don't know. I think if it was me, I would have attacked another lane, maybe. Just top decking the whole rest of the game, pretty much.
Hey,
Okay.
man, I'm cool.
Now that rock has +1. What do you think about that, Andre Cat? Just keep buffing. Vibing and buffing. Okay, just keep buffing and vibing and buffing. It's so weird that it starts to play the music. There's like seemingly no real reason it should do that. Most things we draw, we should be able to play. Let's play the Forge out, though, either way. That way if we draw like an absorbing man, we could still potentially make it work. Wow!
All systems go.
That's so lucky. Oh, what a terrible hit, man. And we didn't even get to... Ugh, God. We'll play it out. Oh my gosh, we're gonna win. Holy, that was crazy. That was a snap turn 1 game too. That's like Arishem, like snapping turn 1 on 2 1-drops is kind of psychotic to me. I get some Buffy stuff. Don't necessarily have to go Absorb Man if we draw something better. And kind of just accept that we're gonna lose middle, I think. The double surfer. Lad Triet. It's a cool looking Iron Lad. I think we just take the L middle. I think we realistically have a way to win that anyway. Just buff the crap out of our hand and hope that a big ol' Shaw is enough. Okay, they've just full fill left? Or right? You shouldn't be able to do more than like Blue Marvel, I think. So we play around 24, right? The scary thing is that we can get to 21, but they must have like Blue Marvel or something. Like we could do this and be really safe, but we just lose to Blue Marvel if we do that. I think we just go +8. Now we do not get the Pandacron buff, but it's better to just get the extra points, I think. Larval as expected. Bird. Nice. Big win. That is a big old shot, I tell you what. We hit this, which was going to be our top deck. It's pretty funny. Ha! Surely we'll hit our buff acceptors. There's now 4 of 5 cards in our deck are good buff acceptors. Red. Go abs man here. We'll just keep fast-dosing our deck. This must be Surfer, right? I don't think you fill like that unless you're Surfer. So if they're Surfer, we have to expect +6 here. Just Gwenpool. They're going to be at the potential loss of Danger Room. We'll see if they go like Sarah here, then we maybe have to just throw there. It'll really depend.
Opponent snapped.
I'm okay with the snap. So, 3 cards? Okay, so they can only do a single Surfer. That beats single Surfer. Big card middle Surfer. I think we just go for middle, because if this lands, we just win here. We just lose to Danger Room, essentially, and we beat, like, everything else. I think it's kind of where we're at. Unless they have, like, Iron Heart or Patriot Surfer. We play around Patriot Surfer. This is 11. 11 gets us 18. Surfer brings them to 14. Patriot brings them to 18. Yeah, let's play around Patriot Surfer. All just depends if this dies or not. Okay, nice. I like that. We played around everything really well. GG's. Tater chip.
Victory.
3 buff acceptors left in the deck. On Star Island. Someone without Trunk Chi, it's quite bad. Okay. Let's go Brood here. Ah, I was gonna absorb mana, but I forgot you can't. Damn. Was bad. Those cards die, they die.
Opponent snapped.
Let this out. Yeah, I do not think they're going to be expecting that. That's a lot of power. Hopefully get some hits on Mysterio here. Oh, I think we're winning. I feel like this should like always win. Writing what, 23 middle? Should I snap back? See if we can get him. I just don't see how they can do this. Maybe they can get 15 right. Maybe. It's really not easy though. No! Oh, I shouldn't have snapped. Ah, GG's.
Binks, binks, binks. I hope you like the vibe. Binks, binks. Like and subscribe. Binks, binks. I hope you like the vibe. Binks, binks. Like and subscribe.